faced adversity, but you're no stranger.
I'm no stranger to adversity. Adversity. I'm a stranger to English, but not adversity.
We are too. It's
Yeah,
okay.
tell us a little bit about growing up.
Yeah.
And
Right, because
So
it hasn't always been.
It hasn't always been bells and whistles, yeah. So I found myself in a place where I had to quickly adapt to a new surrounding, a new locale, a new culture. You know, Muscle
Yeah.
Shoals City Schools is very different from
Green Hill.
Green Hill. I was like, "Where's all your black people?" And they're like, "There's not any." and so I was like, "Oh,
Okay.
Marine Corps recruiter calls the children's home and asked to speak to me by name." And I was like, "Okay, this is you know, it is what it is." So I went down there and talked to him, and we had a couple of different meetings. You know, I wasn't like, where do I sign kind of recruitee. I had some questions. I got some answers.
What 1993 dinosaur blockbuster featured the line "Life finds a way"?
Brandon, Jurassic Park.
Yes.
Good job, Brandon. I was thinking Jurassic Park, but I didn't want to say it because I didn't know.
But that's how you win.
Okay.
Okay.
Guess.
I didn't even know.
That's the only dinosaur movie I know.
Next
Sorry.
question. Who is
saying
known?
Barney.
Who is known as the?
Mollie and Mitzi, Mitzi and Mollie. One thinks she's smart and one thinks she's funny.
Which one is which? You'll never know. Let's just listen to the show. Let's just listen to the show.
Hey, y'all, I'm Mitzi.
I'm Mollie.
Episode 22.
22.
22.
Double twos.
Double.
Same as my age.
Mine too.
If you double that and add one, you get my age.
Well, we're not going to talk about how old I am.
So 22.
But we have a special guest today, right? And this is Brandon. He's going to tell us a little bit about his life, his testimony. And, I mean, we're not really sure. I'm not sure exactly how much you'll tell, but, you know, hopefully it'll inspire someone watching that, you know, you can overcome difficult situations. We always talk about how kids have certain, you know, deck of cards, and they're dealt a hand, and how do they play that hand? And sometimes they don't play it very well because it's difficult.
Can you, in his words I used earlier, pivot?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Take a step back, read it, you know, all the things, just overcoming adversity. And he has an excellent testimony that I thought people would want to hear and would be inspiring because there's not one person watching that does not go through some sort of adversity.
Right.
So, and kids especially we see going through the same stuff. So, yeah, you just go for it and tell us a little bit about your life. Like,
Okay. My name is Brandon Willcutt. I'm married to Danielle. She was Lindsay, so some family of yours. We have two beautiful boys, Rowan and River. Rowan will be 12 his birthday.
okay.
River just turned 7, and we live in the Petersville Underwood community.
Okay.
I got home one day from my insurance job, and my wife was just like, "I'm just so tired of you coming home looking defeated every day." And I was like, "I'm tired of coming home feeling defeated." So we decided on a whim, you know, maybe now's a good time to try to look at me getting back in school and finishing up like 16, 18 hours or something like that. So my undergrad, just to have a degree on paper and be able to say, you know, I can, you know, not get those roadblocks that you get from not having that. Trying to climb the corporate ladder, get a promotion here at this place or the next. So I went back to school, finished up my degree in 1 year in May of 2024. And while I was back finishing up the music degree, I caught the itch again. They say you go back to your first love of wanting to be a band director. And so I applied to the master's program at UNA, the master's in education, and I was accepted with like 2 weeks before school starting, you know, back in the fall of 24. So scrambled a little bit and Dr. Lloyd Jones at the university was able to put some things together financially for me to be able to make that possible. So I went back because they don't have a graduate assistant position technically because the music department doesn't offer a master's program. It was through the education department. I sort of was a quasi graduate assistant. My title was logistics. So I helped with rehearsals. I helped with travel. I helped, I drove equipment trucks. I've ordered some t-shirts now when I get, just whatever needed to be done. I tried to find ways to keep myself busy and gainfully employed every day to make sure I was contributing, to that organization moving forward and the many things that organization does from day to day. Was ready to go back this fall. I've still haven't got my deposit from the New York trip back yet. So I'm paid right now to go and spend a week in New York on during Thanksgiving. But got called. Hey puppy. I got called the week before band camp by Dr. Les Abston out at Wilson High School. And come to find out he had, received a good recommendation from some of the faculty over at UNA to call him to give me an interview because his band director had resigned, at the 11th hour before their camp was about to start. So I said, yeah, I'd be interested, When I got out there and I saw the size of the school and then learned how many kids are at this high school and then saw all the support from the administration and the sense of eagerness from the staff and faculty and the parents, the band boosters, all the parents of the students. I was like, man, you could come out here and really do something big, blow this thing up. So I thought this is an opportunity for anybody that gets this job. And that's what I told him in the interview, just from, after I got to, and they walked me around, introduced me to the coach and the band booster president. And I was like, man, whoever winds up with this job has got something to go on. And he came back the next week and offered me the job. So I was like, well, that's somebody's me.
Yeah.
So we started, we hit the ground running. I got hired in on a Thursday. A couple of weeks before I'd gotten hired, the band room had flooded. So in those 4 days, we had to move some things from the band room, invade the old home economics room, which is like a fifth of the size of the band room. Everything almost in storage got thrown away except some percussion that was up on some shelves. Everything on the floor was finet, as we say in music. And the uniforms were hanging up, thank goodness. Was there new?
Oh, goodness.
So we were able to salvage all those things and started the camp on Monday. Some friends I had made last year and the year before in the UNA band program when I went back to finish up and do the first year of the Masters came out and worked my camp for me. We had a lionette, a majorette, a color guard member, and Catherine Jones, Dr. Jones's daughter, came out and worked the camp. And since then, we've hired Alyssa, who came and worked with the majorettes, to come back as the auxiliary sponsor, full time throughout the fall. And we've hired Jaylee Romanowski, a sophomore at UNA, and this is her second year on the snare line at UNA.
Sweet.
And she's also has drum corps experience. She marched in a drum corps a few summers back as a vibe player, so on the mallets. So she's got some auxiliary percussion and some battery drumline style percussion experience at some high levels. So she's a music ed major and she's interested in staying, until she's finished with her college career. So that's kind of some goals I had in place was to, first of all, create a positive culture, create a culture around the band that was contagious, create a culture around the band that looked good to the rest of the student body, and to give, most importantly, the band kids somewhere where they felt like they belonged and something they could be proud of. I told them on our first meeting, when I first met everyone, that I'm not here to change any of your customs, traditions. You guys are still the regiment in blue. I'm just, a new guy behind the wheel of the ship. You know what I mean? But I am going to raise the bar. I want you guys to help me, move forward and all that, anything that would entail. Please trust me. If you have questions, ask, and let's all get on the same page. Let's hit the ground running, because the one thing I don't want to do is talk about it too much. I want to go to work. And we did. We hit the ground running at band camp. I came up with a schedule. We had every minute of the day blocked out, and ran into some challenges during band camp. We're able to, pull on some of the resources from UNA in that program to help us kind of get through some of those speed bumps. And the next week was the first week of school, and on Wednesday, a couple of kids showed up and wanted to join the band, and I thought, okay, all right. And then Thursday, like 4 more kids showed up, and I was like, okay. Then Friday, like 7 kids showed up and was like, hey, I want to join the band. I was like, okay, all right. So this is good. This is good.
Really great.
And the next Monday, more kids came, and Tuesday, more kids. And Wednesday, I was like, all right, guys, we've recruited for a week after school has started. The administration and the guidance counselor have all played ball with us to help us get classes changed last minute. I got to start writing the show. We got the music, but I had to write the drill.
Right.
And I wanted to save the school, our band account $1,500 or so. I was writing the drill myself. I took a couple of drill writing classes at UNA from Dr. Jones. So I had a little bit of experience doing that. So I wasn't ready to sort of take that on as a project. So, but and since then we've been, I feel like, smooth sailing. Kids are having fun. Kids are excited about band, learning their instruments, learning to read music.
I'm excited about it. Like,
I know.
when we go to the game, I just remember, and I don't want to put anybody down or anything, but it's just, for years the band was really, really quiet. And they're playing songs, they're cheering,
Excited.
I mean, the defense cheer, I was like, they're chanting defense over there. Like I was like, yes, they know we're on defense. I mean, it's you. I mean, you're getting them going there, but I'm just saying, like, they're learning that we're on defense now.
And
Let's
so
cheer for our team.
I pulled just like 8 or 10 of the easiest like stands packages, and the stands tune is just this big, and there's like 4 different songs on it. So I pulled several things out of the cabinets and found a song or 2 on each one, and we just learned the easy peasiest stuff. Let's go deep. It's 2 notes. The entire song. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. Let's go. Then you sing it.
I know.
Defense.
Yeah.
Things like that. The go cheer, go fight, win. When we added last week.
Yes.
I know.
Dun 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 dun. Go fight, win. Dun 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 dun. Go fight, win. Bum, 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 bum. And that's it.
What about from the window to the wall? Are y'all going to do that one?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No,
I was just going to say.
that
Nobody wants to see where the sweat goes.
that went to the
Now,
PG-13
listen,
and a
I will
half.
say, as a former cheerleader, the band is the core.
It
I mean,
is.
you've got your football, of course, is the centerpiece.
Right.
But that band leads so much, and we absolutely loved it as cheerleaders. And I feel like they lead the spirit, and they're starting to do that again, and it's great.
They're
You could
interacting
feel it
a
at
whole
Danville.
lot.
You could really feel a difference in the energy
Yes.
at Danville. And I say Danville because the other band was over there. I know that guy. He's a great guy. I was in a master class with him. And he was letting the band rest before halftime. They played every other possession or so. We just played. We played. The cheerleaders can't come up with every cheer they're going to do for the entire half. And so we just tried to add to the atmosphere as much as possible.
And you are.
We
I mean,
loved it so much. I'm like, hey, play Louie Louie. We want to do Louie Louie. We did that a lot. We liked Louie Louie. We love that.
We're pulling out We Will Rock You this week. You'll see that. You'll see that on Friday night. We're pulling out the Funeral March. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah,
dun,
that's
dun. Okay. We're pulling out what was the other one we did today? We're going to have 3 new ones in the stands this week.
Good.
And so we introduced those all today. We'll touch on them all week, and I'll get recordings to Savannah Richardson, so the girls won't be surprised when they hear it for the first time.
So growth.
And
yes.
That's the thing. Like, people got to realize it's not just the players on the field that's the team. It's the players, the coaches, the band, the cheerleaders, the parents, all the fans, the students in the section, student section. Like, that's the whole team. And we've been missing some pieces. Let's just be honest. Been missing some pieces, or there's been disconnect is a better way to put it. and now things are starting to get connected. And I gotta say, Dr. Les Apston is a big part of bringing the glue back.
Yeah.
And making everybody realize. So I appreciate
it was.
He seems like he knows how to put a team together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But adversity, you faced adversity, but you're no stranger.
I'm no stranger to adversity. Adversity. I'm a stranger to English, but not adversity.
We are too. It's
Yeah,
okay.
tell us a little bit about growing up.
Yeah.
And
Right. Because
So
it hasn't always been.
It hasn't all been
Band
bells and
will-
whistles. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't develop an analytical mind from college. I was born in Texas and adopted by the time I was 6 months. My mother had a crippling drug addiction that she just could not get past. So I wound up adopted and grew up in Muscle Shoals from the age of 6 months on by her parents. So my grandparents adopted me, but I grew up to know them as mom and dad. And we lived in a little cinder block house with a window unit and a fire burning stove. Over and back what used to be in the 60s and 70s the bad part of Muscle Shoals. It was one of the first places in the city limits that they allow African Americans to purchase land. So that area has had for whatever reason or the other a mixed reputation. But we lived there. I went to Howell Graves preschool and then started the Muscle Shoals school system after that, all the way through the 10th grade. And spring of my 10th grade year in January, mom passed away. Okay. And she had been sick with, I don't think she was quite old enough to, been around for yellow fever, but she had something in her youth when she was a little girl. That just, by the time she was 40, things started falling apart. By the time she passed away, she had a mitral valve in her heart. She had emphysema. She had a kidney missing. She had deterioration of the joints. She had, one eye wasn't working. And so just an overall bad health. And then in April that same year, Dad passed away.
Wow.
So I'm sitting here kind of like, well, high school's not going as planned, So I wound up going and staying up in Tennessee for a little while with a distant relative, and that was just not a conducive environment. So I wound up coming back to the I can remember the Lauderdale County Christian Children's Home, and that's in Green Hill. And it's funded by the Churches of Christ. Most of the Churches of Christ in the county have a little mayonnaise bucket somewhere or in the auditorium or the front office, and people drop money in it, and that's literally how it stays afloat. Wound up found myself as a member of that community in the fall of 2001. And the first day I got there, I went to school, went to band practice, got elected vice president of the band, and then went to a softball game that night with the youth group out at Atlas Church of Christ playing the youth group at North Carolina Church of Christ. And I was like, another youth group, you know what I mean? And so I grew up at River Road, and our youth group was like 4 or 5 people, you know what I mean? But I get to this softball game, and there's like 35 people there. And I'm like, whoa. And then I go back to the church afterwards. I was like, oh, it's one of those big churches. Okay, cool. And so immediately I started to feel very at home and very welcome. And I have my qualms with the children's home, but all those qualms that I used to have, for better or for worse, have been developed and evolved into what I feel like is a better circumstance out there. And mostly because of Mr. Williams, who used to be the preacher, I believe, at Shiloh or North Carolina, one of those places, took over as the executive director. Used to, you couldn't drive if you lived there, or you couldn't, go out on the weekends or have a friend over or go to their house. But those things have been negotiated and, insurance policies readjusted and so forth. So I found myself in a place where I had to quickly adapt to a new surrounding, a new locale, a new culture. You know, Muscle Shoals City Schools is very different from
Green Hill.
from Green Hill. I was like, "Where's all your black people?" And they're like, "There's not any." And so I was like, "Oh,
Okay.
okay." I'm sure there's reasons that I don't know. I don't know enough about the history of the area to go into that, but everybody was really, really tight. In my class, the graduating class of 2003 was a very, very tight class. It wasn't a small class. There was like 80 of us, 90 maybe.
What year again?
2003.
Okay.
Yeah. So I remember my first day walking into the lunchroom. Two of the guys were like, "Yeah, come over here and sit down." Sit down, and it's like a gentleman named Ben Yancey, whose mom taught math at UNA, and he was, on the baseball team. Josh Staggs, who was, the power center of the forward, whatever it is. I don't play basketball. I was in band. And then Jason Pickens, and then Kelly Richardson, whose mom taught English out there, and a lot of other people that you wouldn't have seen sitting together at a table at Muscle Shoals. The band people and the football people and the soccer people and the what I mean, all just senior classing it up right there at the I guess then it would have been 11th grade, but I sit down, they start asking me questions. And they're like, "Okay, cool. Well, you're in our friend group." They figured out I was at the children's home. They're like, "Okay, yeah, you're going to sit with us in our next class." I'm like, "All right, cool." And that was the end of that. And so I had some school friends and had some some church friends, and I had bands still, but it was really, really still a very, very tough time in my life. I did not get through it without some dark and stormy days. I got introduced to antidepressants, because the doctor's like, "You need these," and then I turned 18, and the doctor was like, "Maybe you shouldn't have took those, you just needed therapy." I'm like, imagine that. Me? No.
I need all the things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had my I guess I had my wit about me enough as a senior in high school to think I'm going to need something to really throw some stability into my life as soon as I graduate. And I had collected some, just pristine mentor figures while I was out there. Mr. Richard Kelly was one of the house parents at not in my group home, but the one across from the gazebo. If you're familiar with the old children's homes grounds, he was a house father over a different house than I was in, but still all in the same. Compound is a weird word to use when you're talking about children at a children's home, but the same compound. But he was a preacher up at Minor Hill at the time, and then came down to Jackson Heights and did Wednesday nights after that until just a few years ago. Just passed away last year, and he had served, in the Army. He had worked for Mars Hill, worked for TVA, and come to find out had sort of fostered children before him and his wife before they had gotten to the house parent gig at the children's home. His wife was Miss Geraldine Kelly, who was Geraldine Snell, and from the Snell family that were the children and grandchildren of the folks that started Mars Hill Bible School.
Okay.
So they were very, very benevolent, and he sort of became, the advice giver, the person that I would go to when I needed to, when I couldn't work it out up here myself. I'd go bounce it off him, And I'm going through my senior year, and I've already sort of thought, maybe the Navy or the Air Force or something. I need to look into these things. The Marine Corps recruiter calls the children's home and asked to speak to me by name, and I was like, okay, this is it is what it is. So I went down there and talked to him, and we had a couple of different meetings. I wasn't like, where do I sign kind of recruitee. I had some questions. I got some answers. Do you want to do music? No, I don't want to do music. in the Marine Corps. I want to do that, you know, in a collegiate setting. And if I don't like one or the other, you know, I want to overdo it on either end. So I was like, I'm sorry, it's PG-13. I want to blow things up.
Yep. Squeak.
So that's my bad.
It's all right.
So I went into ordnance and went through Marine Corps boot camp. I graduated high school with with that class out there on a Tuesday. I got on a bus the next morning.
Wow.
To Parris Island, South Carolina. Went through training there. Went through training the School of Infantry. Then went through a course called MCT for those who weren't infantry primary. I went through MCT to sort of get a taste of infantry, and then I went to ordnance school, which was at Redstone Arsenal, so it wasn't far away. You know, I finished all that up, and then started round one with the good old college try in January of 2004. Went in as a music ed major. Wanted to do the music ed thing. Didn't make it all the way through the semester. The reserve unit I checked into got their frost call and got activated to go over and fight, you know, in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom. So back into training we go. At this point, we spend another 2 or 3 months in sort of an urban environment type, you know, combat simulation. And you're taking classes during the day and running fake missions at night. And we go out, that sort of culminates in this one big week that we go spend at March Air Force Base in Northern California that had been converted into like an Iraqi city. And there was actors that lived there and ran markets and, you know, the whole nine. And you go run around, and our class was like, they called it, I think it's called something else now, but it was SASO then. But it was like us and like a platoon of Rangers were out there, and a SEAL team was in our little area where we were taking class, you know.
That's so cool.
Or whatever.
Neat.
So we all had different missions and different, you know, areas of responsibility, and we'd get a call, you know, and we'd go pretend to go, you know, secure a weapons cache. We would go guard a convoy going down the road, and people would shoot at us with blanks and, you know, that kind of thing.
Oh, wow.
So get you prepared.
I like that.
I did too at the time.
Did you blow stuff up?
I didn't get to blow anything up.
Well, darn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right then, anyways. Then we leave and we get boots on the ground in I want to say early July of 2004. We get into Kuwait by plane, Iraq by bus, and then from the base we were at in Iraq, we took C-130s to Al-Assad Air Base. And we went, and our area was kind of like, we sort of had the jurisdiction over a town called Il-Baghdadi, which is just Little Baghdad. And it had a train station, and it was on the Euphrates. It had a couple of ports, so there was some industry there. It was like a Sheffield, but smellier.
Il-Baghdadi?
Il-Baghdadi, yeah. And so...
Where'd your mind go?
To a song. Go ahead.
Always. Always.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so we worked there, you know, as QRF, a quick reactionary force in that area. I couldn't stay out of trouble. I was a terrible Marine, and did not have a good deployment. I wound up driving a truck eventually. It was either that or shoot me, I guess. But I had carried all the problems from high school into the Marine Corps with me, trying to run from them instead of dealing with them head on. Yeah. So it took me until the next summer until I finally figured out, hey, you know, this could be like a career where you get good at something and actually become all the things that the recruitment trailers on YouTube and posters say. You know what I mean? So I wasn't very serious at first, but I went out the next year. Our deployment concluded. We did right at 7 months. I ended the last 5 of it or so driving a Humvee. We'd leave 5 o'clock in the morning or so and just do different logistical stuff, whether it's go getting mail or food or, went on a couple of convoys. We guarded the buses going to and from the first election they had in that area ever in like the history of the world. So got to do a lot of cool things. Once I figured out how to keep, myself out of trouble. The next summer I went off and they were like, hey, we need some people to come out and volunteer to come back to California and kind of be like the instructor team that we had like when we got. I was like, yeah, let's do it. I need to put some good karma back out into the the universe. So I did that. And had a Marine senior to me, a couple years older than me, who was a corporal, take the time to have a couple of heart-to-hearts with me, give me some advice, and I tried to take it to heart and listen, and wound up turning in my college credit and trying to get promoted, taking the online classes the Marine Corps Institute offered, and trying to take this whole thing seriously finally, and then it's back into the collegiate setting. And I sort of, at this point, became sort of introspective and retrospective enough to be able to start seeing some of the things that, I thought was just life over the past 6, 7, 8 years, right. How they had affected me, and how some people that had been in some similar situations, you see them and they're older than you and they're still doing the same things. Yeah. But you see other people who have found a way to take that negative and turn it into a positive. And I'm like, how do we do that? So I, slowly these things started happening as I was trying to figure all this out. And I got into theater in like 2005. I was in theater in high school, but I got into like the leadership at the Shoals Theater. I wound up on a committee. I wound up a board member eventually. By 2009 or 10, I was producing shows. You know what I mean? I got into a fraternity in 2006. By 2007 or 8, I was a vice president. By 2009, I was a representative from our province. Trying to find ways to every little nugget I could get of leadership and any kind of training, anybody would all find a way to apply those things across the board to everything else. Only filter out the information that's organization specific and keep things that, you can use all across your life. And the Marine Corps had a lot of those things, believe it or not. Not just how to, clean bathrooms and shoot people, but a lot of other soft skills that you can take, and apply to, any professional setting. I think I became an analytical thinker because I went through an ordnance program that after our deployment overseas to Iraq, I then had to, organize 4 trucks with trailers and a security team and a helicopter if you go on the highway, so we could go pick up these HIMAR rockets. Wow. And transport them up to Fort Campbell to fire them back over at Southern Carolina, so you learn to do that at 22, and some of those, organization and being able to prioritize and delegate and instruct and train and mentor and and perform at a high level, that bleeds over into the rest of your life if you just let it, So by my mid-20s, I had very much, I had very much sort of taken on I don't think there's anything that could hold me back. I'm not sure that there's something out there that if I didn't try, I think I could probably conquer it. You know what I mean? If it came at me, I've got enough faith in God to know that if I do this for the right reason, I'll eventually wind up in the right place. And the rest of it's just keeping your nose to the grind. You got, if you have a dream or you want to do this thing or you have a goal or a project, you just, write it down, write some steps to get there, and then start doing the steps. I don't necessarily believe in destiny. I just believe in, either good or poor planning. Did you plan well or didn't you? So that's kind of I guess I think I'm still the same person. I don't know if there's any story to tell after that because I'm still figuring things out as well. I want to stay, a student. I want to stay coachable. I don't think you ever get to where you really are supposed to be. Then you get into a weird like guru kind of cult following type people you see online. You're like, that guy's an idiot. I don't want to be that guy that's an idiot. So I'm going to continue to try to learn and continue to try to roll with the punches. And, when you come across speed bumps or come across problems, you got to immediately learn to pivot and make something positive out of them, or, you start to see things crumble.
Right.
Yeah.
That's good advice.
That's very good.
For
All ages.
Everybody, I know. Me too.
So here you are now.
So here I am now.
Changing our school.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'm trying for the
Well,
better.
no, you are.
You have. That's the thing. You've already made a change, and it's very obvious. I mean, we're all seeing it. So, and I mean, I think there's some excitement because you got kids knocking down the door to try to get in, and you got to hold them back for just for now.
Yeah.
Until
And
next year.
We've got some that are excited about starting in the spring in January. Yeah, I've had people come up, hey, I play the drum set. I want to come play in the band. Yes, you do. Come on in, you know what I mean?
I love
I'm gonna
that.
play. I used to play the clarinet. You still play it. You know what I mean? I'll see you in January. Go see Miss Hill. Get that schedule changed.
Yeah.
I mean, the discipline, all the things, the talent it takes just to play an instrument. I don't think people appreciate that. Like it. Well, Graham might, but
He appreciates it. Yes,
that's
he's like,
enough.
yes, I do.
That's enough. But it's so awesome, and I feel like so many kids are like maybe 4th, 5th, 6th grade don't realize that could be where they go. Not everybody's into sports.
I mean, you talk about getting kids involved in band and sports and music and things like that. And, I gave up I used to play the piano. I was in the band for a little while just because I wanted to get out of class. I'm not going to lie.
I was too.
And I played the trumpet, but sports was my thing. And I was like, I'm going to go play sports. But you know what? I can't do that anymore. But if I had stuck with the other, I could probably sit down at the piano
Still
and just
play
play.
yeah.
I could play. I mean, I can still read music, but we push sports. We do.
Yeah.
And you can only do that for a short time in your life. Really good. I mean, I'm sorry, kids. Once you get to be an adult and you stop playing ball or whatever, your body starts falling apart to a certain extent. You just can't move like you used to. But like Matt's family, they're just musically. They can play. They can play all kinds of music, and I'm trying to encourage Paisley to stay with playing the piano because she's really good at it. I'm trying to keep her focused on that because as a child, I just chose to go down the path of sports, which it wasn't a bad thing.
No,
And it benefited me a lot in life. It helped me, to be committed to something, to work hard at something,
in a physical aspect.
and right.
For the most part.
Right. For the most
Mental too. But
Right. I mean, it helps a lot of things. I'm just saying, like, I wish I had stuck to playing the piano on the side or whatever it was,
yeah.
just to fall back on, just to have something. I don't know. It's there. I wanted to be able to do that. I don't know. I can't do it anymore. I could sit down and probably do it and figure it out again. It's just take a lot of time.
Yeah.
And when you become adult, sometimes at times, like,
Yeah.
I took piano lessons too.
4
I also played the
seconds.
clarinet to get out of class. But I was like first chair. I mean,
I was not first chair, and I was mad about
I
it.
played it but I don't see myself
not
playing the
lying.
clarinet.
It's a big deal.
now.
I wanted to be up there too. I was like,
I can't see playing the clarinet.
So
Like-
mad.
Like Squidward. Didn't he play the clarinet?
He does.
maybe. Sorry.
That's what I'm telling all the 6th graders, right? The 5th and 6th graders right now. I got Paisley in one of my classes. So
And come down to it too and recruit those that are coming to feeding into Wilson.
You go there, don't you? Some. He goes to Underwood too.
Underwood. I go to Underwood on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah.
And then I have
I've not even seen you there.
5th and 6th grade on Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Good. That's where it is recruitment.
Yeah.
And showing them, because some of them, they're just not athletes. And that's, to play an instrument, I just think that's so cool. And it takes so much of your brain. It's just a high order of thinking, and I love it. Especially if you're out there marching and playing at the same time.
Yeah, that would be hard
That
for me to do.
really, really stimulates your brain to a high level.
It's just like singing and clapping. I can't really do it both.
But anyhow, thank you.
Clap on the 1 and the 3, don't you? Yeah,
I clap
bet you
all
do.
the time, and it's all the time.
But I could chew gum and play basketball. It's just I could not. It's different. It's
I
different.
cannot play
so
basketball,
different.
but I can clap. But thank you for sharing that, and
Yes.
thank you for coming
No,
to our school
no,
and being willing
I'm-
to take something that needed some work and
What's-
going in head first.
So what's one thing, and this is kind of a generic question, but what's one thing that you could tell viewers that might be on the younger side that's trying to figure life out? That's trying to figure life out, like something that, just a piece of advice that you could give them. Say they're in their 20s,
Okay.
perhaps. Maybe they had a rough life. Maybe
Okay.
they had some adversity, and they're trying to figure out which direction to go in life. Is there
Yeah.
anything that you could?
Talent's a myth. Yeah. Discipline yourself. Get up every day, and everything you did yesterday, say, forget that. I'm going to do it, 10 times better today.
Yeah, I like that.
Write something down, work your plan,
Yeah.
and that's it. You'll find success. And whatever it is you set your mind to. There's not a whole lot out there that you can't do.
That's good.
Maybe astronaut. You might fall short, but everything else, doable.
I don't feel like I do not feel like I could play basketball. I just don't feel like I could.
You have a very good layup. I wish we had a video of that.
I couldn't play basketball because I'm fat.
But I can start the steps. Step 1, dribble, I guess. I
Yeah.
don't know. That's just one thing I don't feel like I
Write it
could do.
down. I'll challenge you both.
It's so bad.
Both of you think that I couldn't do this, but write it down, build little baby steps to it, and see what happens in a month, 6 months, a year.
Dancer, basketball player. Let's do it.
So why did you say dancer? I'd like
Because
to
you don't
know.
like.
Because you said earlier you
can't.
clapped on the 1 and 3.
That's what you said.
You agreed with it.
I did. I did.
That's so funny. All right. Well, thank you again.
Yes,
we can
we
play a little
appreciate it.
game for
Yeah, let's
fun
play a
to
little
end
game.
it.
Okay.
So this is going to be just a trivia. So
Okay.
we didn't bring the buzzers, unfortunately, so we don't have those for this game. But so in order to buzz in, just say your name. First person to say their name first. Hopefully you know your name. First person to buzz in first will get to answer the question. If you don't get it, then other people get an opportunity. Okay. Person, every point or every question, every correct answer is going to be a point. Person with the most points at the end wins all the
Oh,
marbles.
this is
All
an
the
easy,
marbles.
Okay. This is an
Oh,
easy
good.
one. Okay, good.
An easy one.
I just lost my marbles recently.
Good.
Take
Here's some
these.
new ones.
We found them. We
Take
found them.
These are fresh.
We found them.
This is a band director
Actually,
joke that I was
you know
trying
who-
out on you.
You know who provided the marbles? Somebody
Oh.
you know well.
Oh, gosh.
I think Brittany Green gave us those marbles.
Oh.
She's
Because
thoughtful.
we all talk about marbles all the time.
Yeah.
So she put them in her mailbox.
She did.
I tend to complicate things. That's why,
I'm just glad
They're-
we get 1 point per
1
question.
point.
Let's go.
There's no like
Yeah.
Yep.
5 points for
easy
this.
trivia.
All right.
And I'm like, all right, here we go. So these are going to be around pop culture, music, movies, and fashion.
Law.
So
All
little-
my favorites.
A little bit of everything.
Everything I'm good at.
Oh, I should have added sports. I didn't add sports though.
Not
all right.
sports. Please.
It's fine. You don't have to.
I know
It's
some
just,
sports words.
it's okay.
Touchdown.
Yeah,
it'll be
that's
good.
one.
Defense. He knows defense.
I do. Taught the kids that last week.
Yep. You don't have to add it. It's fine.
Okay.
It's just fun.
All right. Question 1. What 1993 dinosaur blockbuster featured the line "Life Finds a Way"?
Brandon, Jurassic Park.
Yes. Good job.
Good job, Brandon. I was thinking Jurassic Park, but I didn't want to say it because I didn't know.
But that's how you win.
Okay.
Okay.
Guess.
I didn't even know.
That's the only dinosaur movie I know.
Next
All right.
question. Who is
named
known?
Barney.
Who is known as the?
Sorry. Sorry. Sorry.
No, that's funny.
That's what I was thinking about.
Barney is not the answer.
Who is known as the Queen of Pop?
Mitzi.
Mitzi.
Is it Janet Jackson?
Brandon. It's Madonna.
It is Madonna.
Good job, Brandon. You're gonna have all those marbles.
I thought she would be with her brother, King of the Pop, right? And he would right?
Yes.
That's Michael Jackson.
Yeah, but Janet's his sister.
But she had like one album. You
I
can't
know, but
rule
I'll listen-
something and not
but
have
I-
any
But I
stake in
listened
it.
to it. Okay. She had a wardrobe malfunction too.
She sure did.
No, she did.
I was with that youth group I was talking about earlier.
When she had the
What did y'all do?
Huh?
Did they just turn it off?
We
Turn
were
the TV
just
off?
like,
Was it Justin Timberlake?
yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
What 90s sitcom featured the characters Ross, Rachel, and Monica?
Molly. Friends.
No, I'm just kidding.
I was waiting. I was like, she'll say the answer. He said Molly.
I was trying to hurry. Okay.
Which Pixar film features a robot left to clean up Earth long after humans
Brandon.
have
Wally.
Crap.
left? Wall-E.
I forgot his name.
We just watched that last year. I watched it.
Wally.
Next
Yeah.
question.
It's kind of sad.
Which band released the album Rumors in 1977? One of the best-selling albums of all time.
Brandon. Oh no. Oh no. I can't.
Can you repeat?
I can. Which band released the album Rumors in 1977?
77.
One of the best-selling albums of all time.
Molly.
Yes.
Eagles.
Oh, I figured you'd know it.
I was gonna
Molly
say Eagles too.
Beatles.
No.
I was gonna say the Eagles too, but
Molly Jackson 5.
So the people that sing "Dreaming," right?
It's the lady.
Stevie Nicks.
Yes, that's what I was
Band.
trying to think of. What's the name of the band?
there's
Who
nothing.
am
There's
I
nothing
to
going on right here.
keep it down?
I don't even know.
You don't get the band name. You
It's
don't get the
gone. The band that Stevie Nicks.
Starts with an F.
That made it even worse. I just had a stroke.
Two words. F and then M.
Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
Gosh, why could I not think of that? Just like the white winged dove.
All right, here you go, Mitzi.
I had nothing.
What brand's swoosh logo?
Oh, Mitzi,
Go ahead.
Nike.
Yep.
I can get that one. Woo.
Wait, did Stevie Nicks even do the white winged dove?
I don't know. But
I think I just
look.
did
I just
that.
got I got Nike correct.
Oh well, I don't know.
Which reality competition show introduced judges like Simon Cowell and produced stars like
Molly.
Brandon? That
Ooh, that was
I think.
close.
I
The
heard
guest
M
can
first.
have it.
Okay.
America's Got Talent.
Nope.
No. Okay.
American Idol.
American
Nah.
Idol. Good guess.
You got The Voice. You got all those are about the same.
Oh no.
Who played Jack Dawson in Titanic?
Brandon.
That's
Leonardo DiCaprio.
yeah.
Yes.
Shoot.
Quick score update. Brandon 5, Molly 2, Mitzi 1.
We're so good.
You guys are doing great.
Thanks.
I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
Who
I
did
got
the
one.
white
I'm
winged
not
dove?
zero.
That's driving me crazy.
That was my
not Stevie.
that was my
You're
goal.
never zero.
You're right.
You're
I'm at least
you're
one.
not zero.
I'm one.
Next question. What is the highest voice part in a traditional choir?
Brandon. Soprano.
That was sorry, wasn't it?
I was pretty sorry.
I was saying that was it, but
I do not know.
Oh, here you go. What 90s accessory worn on the wrist and snapped into place doubled as a toy?
Brandon. Snap bracelets.
Yep. It's killing y'all.
Gosh, I thought they were called.
Slap bracelets.
slap bracelets. No,
Oh,
What'd you think they were
he
called?
said snap bracelets.
no he said
I
slap.
said slap
Oh,
bracelets.
okay. I was about to say
Band and snap. You remember that?
yes.
What handheld again? What handheld gaming system did Nintendo release in
Mitzi.
1989?
Game Boy.
Yes.
Yes.
Good job.
I got Nike and Game Boy.
Tetris.
Next question. In The Wizard of Oz, what color were Dorothy's magical shoes?
Molly.
Brandon.
Ooh.
I don't
Honor system. Who said first?
I don't know.
I really
I think it was
know.
her.
It might have been Molly. I don't know.
Red.
Be more specific.
Red ruby slippers.
Rubies.
Ruby.
Oh, Ruby Red.
All right. Which singers' hit include? Oh, that's "When Doves Cry" and "Purple Rain."
Brandon. Prince.
That was way too easy.
I thought he was about to say the other song, Windows.
I was waiting for Blaming on the Rain.
What video sharing site launched in 2005 is now
Brandon.
the world's?
YouTube.
Yep.
Whoa, Brandon.
What?
I don't know if you can come back. You're going to take all our marbles.
So,
I'm just
all right,
kidding.
there's
We're not doing very good.
No, we're not. But he's rocking it.
all right. So
I mean, he
there's,
didn't even finish the question.
No,
he was like,
Brandon.
And I was in the middle of a
He said
conversation.
2005.
and he was looking at me. We're about to have a conversation. He was like, "How did you do that?" Like, I wasn't even paying attention.
I don't know.
Okay.
all right. So there are.
I'm locked in right now.
He is apparently. So we got 6 more questions. The last 5 will be worth 5 points each.
I love it.
Okay. What 2004 teen comedy featured the line, "On Wednesdays we wear pink"?
Brandon. Mean Girls.
God, yeah.
Oh, I would
Kill
not
it.
have gotten that.
I don't even know.
This one's not fair, but this is worth 5 points. Let's give them 4 seconds to answer before you do.
Okay.
What is the name of the music notation system that
1
uses 5
Mississippi,
lines
2
and 4
Mississippi,
spaces?
3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. Standard notation.
Do what? Oh. No. Well, yes. It says, what is the name of the music notation system that uses 5 lines and 4 spaces?
Did you say standard manuscript notation?
It just says music notation.
Molly.
And you know what? This may be.
I don't have to
this
disagree with
this
that.
actually may be wrong.
Music notation?
Yeah. Go
What are
ahead
you gonna
with your
say?
guess.
I was just kidding.
Well,
What are you
music
gonna say?
notation is like
I was going to say music
any
notation.
kind of music. You have Nashville number system. You have
Music notes.
You have the like the
Notes.
Treble clef.
standard notation would be like a treble clef and a
See?
staff line.
That's it.
That's
The
standard
staff.
notation. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I was
So-
starting to think about math.
Let's toss that one out.
All
All right.
about that.
No
thing.
points.
No
Expanded
points.
treble.
What about expanded?
Expanded form? That's
Standard
math.
notation.
Worth 5 points. What shoe brand slogan is "Off the wall"?
Molly.
Uh-huh.
Fans.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I got 5 on it.
All right. Molly's got 8 points. Brandon's got 10. Mitzi's got 2. You ready? What yellow family lives in Springfield?
Brandon. It's the Simpsons.
Yeah. Killing it.
Yellow family.
I was very
Yeah, they're all
confused by
yellow
that. I got
color.
it. I got you.
Yeah. I was just saying.
Lives
the man
where?
with the yellow hat.
Where do they live?
Springfield, Illinois.
I didn't even know that.
Hey, they did have
Something's wrong with me.
Springfield,
So-
Springfield.
like this past weekend when the big Powerball, they had numbers that they had predicted.
That's right. Yeah.
And
I meant to look at that.
I looked at it. I wrote it down because I was
did
like,
write it down,
I
too.
told Matt, I was
You
like,
can buy your
"Dang
ticket if the Simpsons predicts it.
it."
The Simpsons predicted it?
Yeah, they predicted some numbers, but it wasn't the right one. I mean, I wrote it down so I could see like the winning
I remember
numbers. And
Powerball was 12 that they
Yeah.
predicted. So
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, anyway. Let's see. What color is the classic number 2 pencil?
Molly.
Ooh, I
That was
think Brandon
close.
actually got you.
I think he said it first.
Jello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no hope. Let's give them.
Well, shoot.
I'm gonna
there's no
give.
hope.
Don't answer this, Brandon. I'm just gonna see. This is the last question, and this will be a multiple choice.
But he's the winner.
He's
right?
the winner. Yeah. There's no.
it's just seeing how bad of a loser I am. Just
Okay.
That's
You're
what
not a loser.
we're. No, I'm not.
No,
How
you're
many?
not.
All
You're
right.
a
Here's the
winner.
question with multiple choice. How many vowels? Here. If you get it without the multiple choice answers, then you
How
get
many
20
what?
points. How many valves are on a standard trumpet?
Molly. 3?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Good job.
What about a standard French horn?
I don't know that answer.
Whoa.
I don't know how many.
Graham.
Just tell me.
It's a trick. It's 0. There are no vowels in
I
French.
have
Graham,
no idea.
stop.
But I do have a question.
Hold on. Let him finish.
This is
Something
somebody's out
outside.
music or something.
Get him, Graham.
Out there on the field, was that baritones we saw? Couldn't tell from where I was. We saw trumpets.
Trombones. The long ones that slide
No,
this way.
I know a trombone. No, a trumpet. It has a bigger horn than a trumpet.
Oh, a bigger bell than
Uh-huh.
a trumpet? That's a mellophone. It's a marching French
Did
horn.
we have that? I know Central had one.
Yeah. Those are, instead of, you don't want to march a French horn because the sound goes
Okay.
this way. So
Oh, yeah.
they redesigned the French horn to
Remember we
have the
asked.
same basic structure as a trumpet, but just more tubing and a bigger bell to keep the dark sound.
Because Dana said, "What is that?" And I said, "It kind of looks like a French horn, but it's not a French horn." So
Yeah.
it was a mellophone.
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 It's pitched a fifth lower than a trumpet.
I did not know that instrument. I looked
That's
it up,
wrong.
and all I
It's
could find was
pitched a
baritone.
fourth lower than a trumpet.
Wow. Okay, learned that.
It's in the key of F.
Nice.
Mellophone.
It's interesting.
I know. I didn't know what it was. I've never seen the instrument. Okay. Are we done?
Well, gotta sign off
Mellophone.
All right.
at the camera.
Like you're melling a phone.
Thanks for having
Yes.
me.
Yes. Thank
Yes.
you for coming. That was some
Thanks
good
for
stuff.
kicking our tail in that game.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
We like that.
You get all the marbles.
Yep.
You
Do.
won all the
Get
marbles.
the marbles.
Hit the marbles. Just can't take them with you.
All right.
Yeah. On the count of three, we're going to say, well, shoot. 1, 2, 3.
Well,
shoot. And subscribe if you can.
Don't if you can't, but we want you to. Yep.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Man, I appreciate you guys.
Love the whole story, and I think the moral of it all is anybody can face adversity and overcome
Anybody can
it.
do anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.